Customer states they got a noise while driving. Well, that looks wrong. Can't be the noise. Let me walk over to the other side and oh yep. Oh yep. 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 Yeah, they look great.
Customer states the oil life said 5%, so they decided to add more. It ended up having a total of 9 quarts of oil in it, which is almost double the amount it's supposed to have, and that's after it probably already burnt a bunch out the exhaust.
You know, I've seen some ways to attach a undershield to a car, but this one takes the cake so far.
Customer states there's a noise coming from the rear. Looks like the shock extenders for the lift wasn't quite enough. This engine is from a 2011 Range Rover Sport that got towed in for an unknown overheating issue. I can only assume it had been overheating for a while, and that led to the oil getting extremely hot and putting extra wear on the bearings, as you can see. This is what some of those destroyed bearings looked like when the mechanic removed them. Customer states ignore the mess. Mate, I don't think you can ignore it when it's that bad. This oil filter came out of a 2010 Mercedes-Benz ML350 that was 40,000 miles overdue an oil change. How the engine didn't lock up is beyond me. Customer states they've been hearing slight grinding and popping noises. This car rolled into the shop off a tow truck. The mechanic removed a spark plug and was greeted by his own reflection staring back at him. So he removed all the spark plugs and turned it over, leading to a good old water fountain with coolant pushing out the cylinders as the head gasket had failed, and this is what the oil and filter looked like. This vehicle only came in asking for a quick service, but as you'll soon see, had quite a few major issues that needed to be addressed.
Yeah. I mean, tell me you got a snap spring without telling me you've got a snap spring. That is amazing. How that's not... Customer said nothing about that. So, that's a good one. We'll be changing that today because that is dangerous. Right, well, we're just waiting for the spring to arrive and obviously we're checking everything over and get ready. That helicopter noise is the wheel bearing. Actually a little bit speechless about that. What makes it worse is with the wheel off, it sounds like, that's horrendous, it sounds like when you were younger and you used to put like a crushed Coke can behind the wheel of your push bike and then ride around thinking that you are on a motorbike. Brilliant.
Mechanic was ordering some AC lines for this EV and unfortunately entered one digit of the part number wrong and ended up getting this instead. I don't think this ball joint had too many miles left in it. The mechanic started to do a Genesis G80 timing cover reseal and found pounds of dog food stashed inside the intake. You know you're in for some big jobs when a vehicle comes in with a paint job looking like this. Customer picked up their brand new 2024 VW Tiguan, and within a day and only 70 miles on the engine, this knock started up. Honestly, I wouldn't even want to keep the car if the dealership said they'd replace the engine.
Hearing a funny noise cannot describe it. Well, me and you are in the same boat because I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's probably the problem.
Customer literally drove in with this hole in their block, complaining about hearing a bang, and then it was running a bit rough. Customer states, Is this amount of engine movement normal? This was after having 2 of the 3 engine mounts replaced, but thankfully they agreed to have the 3rd replaced.
Alright, so I got this Acura in, customer states. Blew out a tire after hitting a pothole. Clearly got no threads. And look at this right there. That don't look right. Well, this does look right, but it's on spare. All right, so we got the wheels off apparently, and after several minutes of taking a look into this vehicle, this looks fine here, but if we compare to the front right of this side, they don't look right because you can see the spindle is contacting the strut, and that's what's causing the grinding and this weird noise, whatever customer's complaining about. And there's clear evidence that this tire has been rubbing against the spindle, as you can see right here, and about to have no treads pretty soon. And you can see belts exposed, and that tire is already done.
This customer also just had some work done by a shop, and somehow on the drive home, all the wheel studs snapped, causing the whole wheel to come off, which is terrifying.
Customer states hears rubbing noise while vehicle is running. Why is it that every time I get a Ford, it ends up being a massive job? I'm tired of Fords. I want something else.
Don't you just love having oil flicked all over your tire and brake rotor? Ended up getting the axle seal replaced, which stopped the leak. Customer states, why is this brown liquid coming up inside my coolant reservoir? The head gasket is unfortunately gone. This had to have been either a home job or someone let an apprentice use the wheel balancing machine without supervision.
Alrighty, so got this Mazda in for alignment and tires. So, as you can see, it's leaking coolant, which I will be addressing this to the customer about this if they want to look at it or not. But there's a major issue that needs to be addressed because unexpected discovery. As you can see, the bolts that's supposed to hold the ball joint, it's not even there. And you can see right there. Let me get closer if you guys can. Okay. There we go. So if you guys see this right here, the bolt's missing there, and you can see that thing is bent in because it looks like some guy tried to smack that out of it. So yeah, and just to prove it to you guys, that one's bolted in, but this one, it's not bolted in. And I'm pretty surprised that the ball joint hasn't even disconnected despite the bolt being missing there. So
One of those jobs where the customer wanted this axle replaced as it was making this knocking and grinding noise, only for it to continue after a new axle was put in. Going to bet it was the carrier bearings that actually needed to be replaced. This customer had just had their oil changed by Walmart, and it went just as well as you'd expect.
They don't put the cap back on, and then all your oil leaks out, and there's none on the dipstick. Don't go to Walmart.
vehicle will turn on by itself. Bro, every day I feel like Chris Benoit. It's running, right? Jesus. Remote start. God. Then you may ask yourself, well, how do they not know about it? Well, more than likely it's aftermarket.
Customer wanted a second opinion after being told their ball joints need to be replaced. And yep, they sure do with that amount of movement. Customer states, I started noticing a bunch of oil stains of my driveway and saw this when going underneath. It does look like quite a big leak, but as long as they haven't been driving it around low on oil, the engine should be fine.
What does everybody see wrong with this picture? I'll give you a new seal for reference. It goes in this way, not this way, and chewed up your spindle.
So this was put on my rack, and I was told just to try to make it more roadworthy. And I'm already kind of nervous because as I'm walking up to it, I know this has nothing to do with being roadworthy, but they tied the hitch on with a piece of a bucket. So that's probably going to set the tone for everything else. Let's look forward a little bit. So I saw the purple wire here. Okay, that's what's holding the shock up, but it's actually pretty level. But it's not supposed to be here. Okay, it's supposed to be up here. But they've got a wire instead here, instead of a shock absorber. Here's the other end of it. Okay, so they were using the upper shock mount to hold the exhaust up instead of the shock. So they tied the shock out of the way with some speaker wire. Looks nice. This ball joint is about to come all the way off because there's no cotter pin. And this is held on probably by about 4 or 5 threads. Let's see if any of them have cotter pins. Nope, no cotter pin on the tie rods or the uppers. Let's check this side. Nope, no cotter pins on the lower or the upper or the tie rod. Our ABS wire is just laid on top of the upper control arm.
This customer had just had their oil changed the day before at a well-known oil changers, only for the engine to grenade itself. The shop ended up checking their cameras and agreed they were at fault. Thanks for watching another episode of Mechanical Nightmare. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, if you have your own clip, you can send it to us in the link in the description. Otherwise, follow us on Instagram. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.